If you turned the clock back 5 years, where would you be and what would you be doing? Steve, what would it be for you? If you turn the clock back 5 years, where would you be?
Work.
You'd be at work, right, okay. Me too. Welcome, my name is Aaron, this is the Bible Applied, this is Steve. Say hello, Steve.
Hello.
And we are excited about this video. We're looking at 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 4 to 10. Please do subscribe to the channel so that you can hear a little bit more about what this amazing book says. Coming up is the answer to how I keep going when hard times come. I'm a Christian, sometimes things get really difficult. Now, if you're excited about that, then please do hit the like button and give this video some support. Let's read the Bible together. So this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 4 to 10. It says this: "For we know, brothers and sisters, loved by God, that He has chosen you, because our gospel came to you not simply with words, but also with power, with the Holy Spirit, and with deep conviction. You know how we lived among you for your sake. You became imitators of us and of the Lord. For you welcomed the message in the midst of severe suffering with the joy given by the Holy Spirit. And so you became a model to all the believers in Macedonia and Achaia. The Lord's message rang out from you not only in Macedonia and Achaia. Your faith in God has become known everywhere. Therefore, we do not need to say anything about it, for they themselves report what kind of reception you gave us. They tell how you turned to God from idols, to serve the living and true God, and to wait for His Son from heaven, whom He raised from the dead, Jesus, who rescues us from the coming wrath." Just imagine that you could actually turn the clock back to different points in your life. Where would you go? I think for me, I would go back to the times when I was eating really good food, or times I was with friends that I now miss. What is it for you? Now keep that in mind as we jump into this bit of the letter. It's clear from verse 4 that this is an encouraging letter to a struggling church. You see what it says? It says, brothers and sisters loved by God. Paul makes a point to remind them about who they are. And he says that He has chosen you. For those of you who don't know, there's a huge debate about whether God chooses what we do before we do it, and whether God chooses who will be in His kingdom. And if you want a video on that, then put in the description below predestination with a hashtag. Verse 5 says, "Because our gospel came to you not simply with words, but also with power, with the Holy Spirit, and with deep convictions." Verse 5, power, Holy Spirit, deep conviction. He's saying, look back. You aren't Christians just because you believe in a good idea. They were Christians because of so much more. He might be talking about signs and wonders here, but he might also be saying that the evidence of the Holy Spirit is in their reaction to the good news of Jesus and the joy they had in the midst of the suffering that was written in verse 6. Remember the clock? Paul is saying, turn the clock back. Remember the things that have happened to you. Look back. Turn the clock back and see what God has done. Remember flour from our last video? Flour. You can see faith, hope, and love has come out in what has happened. By the way, when he says turn to God from idols, he probably meant that literally. They used to worship all sorts of things, but now they worship the living and the true God. Isn't that awesome? Surely that is cause for you to find a worship song on YouTube and just listen and thank God that He is both living and that He is true and that He makes a difference to our life. Application! They tell how you turn to God from idols to serve the living and true God and to wait from His Son from heaven, whom He raised from the dead. Jesus, who rescues us from the coming wrath. When someone warns you about coming danger, You only feel thankful once the danger has come, right? So if someone ran up to me and said, someone's going to bomb the city, but come back to my house because I've got a bunker, I'd be pretty weirded out, right? Because who has a bunker? Until I was in the bunker hearing the bombs go off, at that point, I'm truly thankful. Jesus, who rescues us from the coming wrath, but that will only properly hit home when we see what happened to those that have walked away from God, who haven't trusted that Jesus' death on the cross was actually a rescue. So why not do this with me? Turn the clock back and see what God is doing in your life. Have a think about the important moments, the times when something spiritual has happened. You may be thinking that nothing has happened to you, but the fact that you're even watching this video tells me that God is doing something. Why now? Why this video? Why you? Why have I got an itch on my face? Once you've turned the clock back, then turn it forward. Have a think about what God could do with you in the future. What we're doing today is thanking God for what He has done and asking Him to do more. So how do we keep going when tough times hit? What these guys did was they turned the clock back to have a look. Then turn the clock forward and see that we are going to end up with Jesus living forever, and our problems are going to be washed away. Our problems that we are facing today are going to be gone by then. So turn the clock back, turn the clock forward, like this video, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Done! Yes, it's bad that I really need a wee. Ooh. No, that's huge! Another Steve's challenge. Alright, Steve's challenge. Here we go. Do a staring contest with the camera. Okay, staring contest with the camera. Staring contest with the camera. Okay, here we go. I will hold my eyes open for longer than anyone right now. Because usually when people try to do this, what they do is they dry their eyes out and they try and like stick their eyes open. I think you just need to blink a little bit and then you'll be fine. Okay, staring contest with the camera. I'm going to have a timer on the screen and you will see my time. Okay, staring contest with the camera. I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1, now. See now, as soon as I've opened my eyes, I want to blink. No, that was like barely any time at all. Can I try that again? I'm not allowed to try that again. Okay. Oh, man.
So any other challenge has to have bright lights shining in their eyes.
Steve just said you need to get behind studio lights if you're going to do this challenge properly. Right, if you think that you can do better than that, which I imagine you probably can, I want to see your video. The person who holds the record should be celebrated on the Facebook page. So find the Bible Applied on Facebook and see if you can upload your video to the group. See if you can do better than that. I look forward to seeing your entry. I will see you in the next video.